Hi, it's Patty. Thanks for joining me today. I wanted to show you how to make this cute Christmas card using the Coming Home. I'm actually using mainly the Trimming the Town Designer Series paper. So I didn't even do any stamping on the outside. I did stamp on the inside, but I'm using the Designer Series paper and the dies that go with this set. So Stampin' Up! For the month of October 2020 is having a Designer Series paper sale, 15% on select Designer Series papers. So this is one of them, and it's really pretty. It's different. They have these houses, and the dies actually cut the houses, the trees, and the other side is just kind of a plain pattern. This is a whole scene, and you could cut up parts of it, and you have these little houses. I just think it's fun and bright and cheery. We've got all kinds of people with presents and winter scarves. And this is kind of a good background. And this is so wild, but I love it. And then you have these, which there's actually a die that cuts out these wreaths. And then the other side, you can cut out the words, and it's all different languages. So it's pretty cool. I wanted to just show you, this is one of the Designer Series papers that's on sale. Yesterday on my blog, I have this one, and this is, I think, one of my favorite Designer Series papers. This is, it's all these textured, so it's In Good Taste. Yeah, In Good Taste Designer Series paper, and this is a huge pack. You get 24 sheets, and I just have been using it. It has all these different textures. So this is the one I used on my card. And there's woods, and this almost looks like a knit, and this looks like spackle or something with color. It's just really cool. I cut flowers from this one, and there's just all these different textures, and I really love it. I use this a lot, so I actually use this for my backgrounds for my pictures as well, my photographs that I make. So this is it. I stamped right on the Designer Series paper. So I wanted to just show you that. That's another choice for the big sale. So let's get started. I have my pieces. I'm really not going to do a lot because I have everything cut out already. I just wanted to show you how this works. So you have the dies, and they fit all these houses, and I think it's so cool. And you can get different color houses. So there's the red one, there's blue, but then you can get that in red if you wanted to just kind of coordinate everything. Then there's these other houses that you can cut. This goes on this little guy here, and then you have the hill with trees, and just the hill, which is really cool. You can cut out these little trees. You can cut out the big trees. So this is all on this sheet, which is, I love it that you can do all of that. So let me just put these aside. I'll have to put them away before I lose them later. I wanted to also show you, let me get the right paper. This, you can cut out, there's a wreath die. You kind of have to turn it to get the top, and it cuts out this one as well as this one. There's two different bows on it. And I thought there was the car. Let me just see. I thought I cut out the car. Maybe I didn't for another card. So I've been cutting it up and using it, but it's really cool. And then you can also stamp and cut. There's the car. So you can stamp out and cut the car and these houses as well. So I have my pieces. I'm going to make a little bit different card. This card is horizontal and it flips up. This card is horizontal and it's going to open this way. So I cut a piece of this paper so that I can use that as my background. And I cut it a little bit smaller than this. And I'll have all the sizes on my blog, pspapercrafts.com. But I like to have a little bit of white popping out behind it. So I have this, and then I cut the hill using this. So you can actually cut the hill, you can cut it with trees. And I was looking at these trees. I think I actually had a piece. I've been playing with it. And I think you could put this over it if you wanted to not have it white. So you could probably cut these up, or you could just cut the trees off, whatever. So that's another choice. And then with this house, I have this big house, and I'm going to add this little one in front of it so it has kind of an entrance. So pretty easy, pretty cool. Let's get things started with putting it together. So I really don't have a lot to do with this. I'll just adhere everything together, and I'll show you how to do that, and then we'll cut our sentiment. So the first thing I want to do is glue this down. This reminds me of Minnie Mouse, the polka dots. I'll have to figure out a card for that. So we'll just use some liquid glue so we have a little bit of time to get it in the exact spot that we want it, so it's centered nice and even. Okay, and you really don't even need a full piece of this if you wanted to cut off the bottom, because we will cover it with the hill, but I didn't want to have to worry about size and all of that. So the hill will go here, and before I put the hill down, I'm going to put my house down, figure out where to put it. And actually I'm showing this house above. With these houses, I put them behind the hill, and the hill is on dimensionals. I'm not going to do that with this house. So what I did was I laid it down and I adhered these two houses, and then I put the hill down. Hope that makes sense. So for this, I'm not doing that. I'm going to put this down flat. This glue is kind of pouring out. I think I had it upside down for too long. So we'll put this, and I'm going right down to the bottom. I don't want the border showing on this one. Okay. And then I'll pop the houses up. So let me put this house on top first. I'll put some dimensionals. I think I'll put the 3 down. And this house will pop up. And I think I'll put the other one flat since I have this one popped up. I don't like to have it too thick. If I put it in the mail, I don't want to have to worry about it being too thick to go through. So I'll put this right there just to give a little bit more, and I guess I could put a wreath on there if I wanted to. And then I'll put this down. I think I wanted it around here, and I'll put the tree here, and I think I'll pop up the tree. I'm trying to decide whether to pop up the house. I think I will. Decisions, right? So I'll just put some dimensionals on the house. For some reason, I think it looks better popped up. And I think I want to put a little piece of a dimensional on that chimney. So let me just cut with my scissors. I'll just cut a little piece here, just to make sure it doesn't bend or anything. Ooh. Let me take that off. It's showing through. I didn't put it down very good. There we go. So we'll just take the backs off of these. Very easy cards, and again, really you don't have to stamp. If you want to stamp on the inside, if you want to stamp on the outside, you can. I just wanted to show you something a little bit different today. And let's put this right up here. And then we'll put this up as well. And I'm going to do a couple of small dimensionals for this one as well. Well, maybe I only need one. That looks good. And then I'm going to decorate the tree. There's the trim the tree, I think they're called dots, that we can use. So there's all the trimmings embellishments, that's what it's called. So I'll put a star on the top of the tree. And then I'll put some of these little dots here and there. Make it a Christmas tree. I don't have my Picket tool with me. I have it in the other room. I'm making card kits, and I was using that for my die cutting to get all the little bitty pieces out. And I'll put one more down. Okay, and we need a sentiment. So this is the paper, and I wanted to use the Peace, Love, Joy. So we're going to just cut this. You could try to hand cut it. You have to have a very steady hand. So let me take this off. I'll use my paper trimmer, and you really have to get it lined up perfect. So I'm going to line it up this way. I want this toward the top, just so I make sure that I'm all lined up perfectly. And I want my groove to be right on the line. And I'll close this down and take a peek. Looks like I'm right there in the perfect spot. Okay. And this one I'll just snip. And I think I have a little bit of green on top, so I'll just trim that down. It's hard to get it perfect. It's hard for me to get it perfect, but close enough. So I'm just going to cut this, and I think I'll trim off the top. I don't know if you could see there's a little bit of green. Try to have a steady hand. Okay, I think that's good. So we can put that down here. You could put it up here. Let's see. Let's see how it looks, decide where we want it. Up there or down here. I'm going to put it down here. I like it both places though. And I'll just use a little bit of glue. I think I'm going to get another glue out because that one seems very oozy. Is that a word? Oozy? I like to just put a little tiny bit on. I have to clear out the top of that or something. Something's not coming out right with it. Peace, love, joy. And we'll just put a little bit here. And put this right on. So again, you don't need that piece of white behind it, but I think it just gives it kind of a more finished look. I like the way it looks. And then we need an inside piece, of course. Let me just put this on and put this on this guy. And I took my sentiment from Wrapped in Christmas, Christmas Blessings to You and Yours. So actually I have it mounted already, and I'm going to use real red ink because that's the color of my paper. And you can cut out more trees or another house if you wanted to and put it on the inside, and you can actually cut out an inside sentiment if you didn't want to use any stamps at all. So let's put this right here. I love that. Christmas Blessings to You and Yours. And then I have some old olive, and I'll just do a couple of these trees. Now I kind of wish these trees were not just outlines, but they're okay. All right, so that's the inside, and these are the two cards. I think they're pretty, they're fun. I don't know, different, something different than what I'm used to anyway. And we'll just put some dots here. Open this up, and we're done. Just get it centered there. Okay, so we're done. 2 cards, a little bit different, but these houses are just really fun. So enjoy, and I hope you come back and watch my next video. Take care. Bye.